Hello everybody, welcome back to Speletons. Derek was
Yeah,
talking D&D to us.
I'm really curious what you're gonna say to this bovine.
To the yak? Are you
Sure.
just trying to get away from the D&D topic now?
No, I'm just genuinely curious.
Did you not see it before?
No, I didn't. I was
Oh.
talking last time.
That's fair. This is where I turned down the volume of the game because you were saying a bunch of stuff about your D&D story, and I could not hear what you were saying because the audio of the voices was so loud, and I was just hearing like a bunch of garbled nonsense. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, so I turned down the audio levels. Anyhow, yeah, the yak burps in his face, so that's ha 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 comedy or whatever.
Sorry, that was a yawn. Okay,
So, yeah,
I'm ready
come
back to my
on.
ship. So we're at the party.
You're at the party at the table,
At the
right?
table. Snake person starts speaking Sneeple.
Let's sum up what happened in the last episode in one sentence.
Sure.
By the way, he's a dragon monk priest. All right, there we go.
Dragonborn priest, thank you.
Whatever. Dragonborn monk priest.
I'm not a priest. I ain't no priest.
Dragonborn monk. Whatever. It's a late night. I'm angered by power outages. All right.
So anyways, person speaking tongues, I'm like, I can't understand this. I grab someone next to me. I'm like, hey, can you understand this person? I roll for like some check or whatever. I don't remember what the check was. Don't get it. I rolled like a 2 or something like that. And he's like, you grab an orc. An orc looks at you and he's like angry, and I'm like, oh, sorry. Get out of here,
All right,
you.
Derek. Have a little more emotion when you talk about it.
No, that was what I said. I was like, sorry, get out of here, you. Then, anyways, so then, someone, like, says something, and then, like, we get him to start speaking common, which, yeah, common is, well, that's the language everybody speaks. And then he's like, oh, sorry, like, I was just, speaking tongues or whatever. Who are you guys? And I say, I'm nobody, and Serafina says, I'm Serafina, and he's like, cool, I'm Zinker or whatever. No one acknowledged that I said I'm nobody, but I think later he just realized, or I think later when I introduced myself as nobody, he's like, oh shit, you're actually nobody.
You're actually nobody.
Yeah, I introduced myself to someone else. So, so then that whole thing happens, and someone comes by with like these egg snacks. I have an egg. I take an egg snack. So Zeke eats an egg snack. Seraphina doesn't. I'm like, this is probably poisoned. I'm gonna have one. So I have it. Turns out.
Look, I wonder what this old man is going to give us. Wouldn't it be funny if he gave us cooking, even though cooking is not an object to be given? Ha 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 ha. Comedy.
Oh man, this is sad. So anyways,
yeah,
so anyways,
it's pretty sad. All right, well, I know how to do this, so I don't have to read it again.
So anyways, we both have the egg snacks. Zeke's like fine because of snake stuff or whatever. I rolled Constitution. I think I got like a 19 or like a 20 or something like that. So I was like,
right.
This is fine. I was like, this is fine. I've had poison before. And then like I don't know what happened. My computer blue screened. And then next thing I knew, we were when I got back into the Discord chat, we were in a like dark room with like, we were in a dark room tied up next to each other with like some other dude with like some like old dude with us there, and some younger dude that was also there that we didn't recognize. And there were these frog elves. I don't know what they were actually called, so we just started calling them frog elves.
I just like frog elves. Just,
so
I like to imagine like just it's frogs, but instead of frog ears, they have like elf ears, and they're still green. They have like long tongues. They just say ribbit ribbit. That's all they say. It's just like ribbit ribbit.
Yeah, that's all they're saying. They're just going like ribbit 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 to each
It's
other.
just a cacophony of ribbits. Ribbit 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 ribbit
Yeah.
ribbit ribbit.
So anyways,
All right. Well, the good news is we're
we're like tied up or whatever. They pull one of the dudes over there, and we all like roll like a we all like try to roll a check to see if we or I say one of them says like can I or Ziki says like hey can I like check to see if I know this guy, and the DM is Jake, the one that we've done stuff with before. So he's like sure go ahead and roll like a check to see if you know the king or whatever. So I think we all do, and like we don't get it, but Ziki does. So he's like okay yeah. So the king, so the guy that's about to be stabbed is the king or whatever. We don't recognize him because like we've never really seen him up close, but like yeah that's the king. And then for the other guy, I'm like, can I like roll to see if like I know this guy? Like I know him from way back when. And he's like, sure, go ahead. So I roll and I get it. I get the check, and he's like, all right, yeah. So that's Sergeant Sullivan Tully or whatever. And I'm like, or he's like a dude, whatever. I'm like, yeah, I know him. I know him back from the war. I used to call him Stully. He hated that.
That's right, yeah. Stully,
So,
but he's not a fan of the name Stully. He gets continuously pissed at you the more you say it.
Yeah, he doesn't like it when I call him Stully. But well,
I hope he doesn't die.
Yeah, I'd be ashamed if he did. To be fair, last time I didn't tell you I never said anything about him dying. I said we'll get there. Just stop.
You're spoiling it now. What's wrong with you?
I didn't say he dies. He does like I'm telling you that at the point
he doesn't die.
I'm telling you that at the point we were at last time he was fine. Well, he wasn't dead.
So wait, he's not fine now, or like? So no, what's the deal?
He's okay, so we're all tied up still. The frog elf leader stabs the king in front of us, and then he like one of them or like a bunch of them like point, or a bunch of the frog elves like point at Stully, and Stully like leans over to all of us somehow. I don't know how he leans over to all of us, but he quietly says like when I give a signal, headbutt them. And after that, I'm like, all right, before we like do, I want to or like as we go to, and we're all like, yeah, that sounds like a good plan. All right, so right before we roll for initiative to like start the fight, I said I want to use my dragon breath because I have cold breath, and it goes in like a cone spread in front of me. I asked if my mouth was bound, and they were like, and Jake was like, no, they kind of forgot that, despite the fact that you're dragonborn and have a breath attack. So we started the fight with me, or as I went to headbutt the guy behind me, or in front of me. I don't know where he was relative to me. As I went to headbutt the frog elf near me, I did my breath attack forward. I froze the two frog elves that were next to the frog elf leader, and then the frog elf leader was just kind of cold from this. One of the frog elves died immediately. So then we like do the headbutt thing, or whatever, and we're all still like tied up. So like we're at a disadvantage. Like we have to roll twice, and we take the lower number to determine if we hit someone. During the fight, let's see. I'm pretty sure like the first Stully went up to go attack the leader, the frog elf leader, and, like stabs him good in the gut. Then the leader stabs Stully good in the gut, and then like I think I like punched the guy close, or I like go to punch the guy closest to me, or no, I remember what was her name, Serafina, goes to like punch the person closest to her, and she misses and just kind of like falls on her face. And then I go to punch the guy closest to me, who was also the same guy, and I miss. I don't fall, but I just miss the guy. Then basically for a long time, everybody kept missing. Everyone was just having a hard time hitting. Zeke and I were able to, we rolled, or during someone else's action, as a free action, we rolled to see if we could like slip out of our restraints, and we both did. Well, he got out of both his restraints. I just got out of my hand ones. So I couldn't move very well, but I could like still, I could punch stuff good now. And also because I'm a monk, I always punch stuff good. I think I like punched, or I at one point, and then at one point I punched. So I went up and punched the frozen guy that was next to the leader.
Yep.
And just like shattered him.
Mm-hmm.
And then on my next move, I punched the leader right in his wound and like shattered his spine and killed him.
Like I was just like, and I shattered his spine.
That was like what happened. He says like you know what, you punch him right in the wound, you just like punch right in his spine and just you use some like monk mumbo jumbo and just like punched him real good right in the gut, right in the spine. He yells, "Ah, my spine!" Man, it would have been great if he was like, "You red team ladies don't know how to break a spine. Oh, my spine!" End this video.
Yeah.
Basically, oh yeah, forgot to mention, and I really wish I had said this line. Basically, my character is the Atomic Flounder.
Yeah.
And I really wish I started the fight with, if I weren't retired, I'd roar. But I forgot. But I'll use the line later. I have to do it at some point. It'll pain me.
I have
heavily.
to do it at some point, or else it just wouldn't be right.
Yeah, we ended up fighting off the rest of the dudes. Oh yeah, as I punched to shatter the frog elf that was frozen. After I shattered him, I made a point of having my character say, "Have an ice day." And then Jake said like or you hear in the crowd someone yell "boo," and then you hear them get stabbed.
I love that. That's so funny. Jake is, by the way, Jake, the Dungeon Master Jake, he's Jake Wolf from when we did Gmod Murder.
Yeah. He's really good at DMing too. He's been doing a really good job. He's good at like just like kind of like acting and voicing and like coming up with just like silly stuff for everything.
I think I'd be really good at DMing if I ever had the chance.
So we like deal with these guys or whatever, and then afterwards I loot the leader of the frog elves, and Ziki like loots the like rest of the people around there. Seraphina doesn't because she's above body looting.
She's above body looting.
But like I'm like, fuck it, I'm taking this guy's shit. So like I ripped off part of the jacket from the frog elf leader, made like a band-aid for myself because I got stabbed in the arm at some point. Then I also took the rest of his jacket and put it over the Pathwork's head because like we just kind of decided they're not they said they weren't showing up, so I was like, we'll just kind of like put that over their head. Just let them go back to sleep.
Just let them go back to sleep.
So and then I looted the leader and I got 50 gold, which I guess in the world 100 copper is 1 silver and 100 silver is 1 gold, and a gold is very valuable. So okay. I guess I'm kind of like rich.
I'm kind of rich.
Then Ziki
upper
got
middle class right now. We've only just begun.
Ziki got like a long sword and like a couple pieces of silver from like the rest of the bodies and stuff. So so then after that we kind of like just like sit around, or we kind of like talk with Stoli. Stoli still doesn't know me yet. Stoli's like, all right, so like, what are your guys' names? And Zeki's like none of your business. And then I'm like, I'm nobody. And then Seraphina's like, I'm Seraphina. And he's like, and Stoli's like, all right, so one of you told me who you are. Can you guys like tell me who you are? I'm like, no, Stoli, it's me, nobody. And then he's like, nobody. I used to know a nobody. Wait, Dragonborn, it is you. Nobody, it's you. And we're like, yeah, it's me. From back in the war days, right? And he's like, yeah, it's me.
Wow.
And then
what a completely boring picture. Boring description of events.
It's me. Yeah, it's me. So anyways,
next time it's Speletons. Bye.
Okay.